Okay, let's take a look at 9.2, estimating the population mean, x bar. And as before, same sort of logic. We want to create an interval such that the true mean, mu, is contained in the interval with a certain level of confidence. Again, by hand, you can use the lower and upper bounds. If you want to do that, lower and upper bounds, you can use these formulas. I'm going to show you how to use technology. Take an example. A recent Gallup poll asked 1,006 Americans during the past year about how many books, either hardcover or paperback, did you read either all or part of the way through. So they didn't necessarily have to read the whole book. Results of the survey indicate the sample mean number of books that the 1,006 Americans read, either part or all the way through, is 13.4 books. Standard deviation of 16.6. So the sample mean, sample standard deviation, and we know our confidence is this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to stat. We're going to go over to test. And we're going to go down until we see T interval. And hit enter. It's going to ask us for, now you want to make sure that you have the summary stats set. So hit enter. And then arrow down, X bar. X bar was 13.4. Standard deviation 16.6. Sample size 1,006. Confidence level 99. And calculate. So we get 12.049. And the upper bound is 14.751. And the interpretation would be this. We are 99% confident the true average number of books Americans read in 2005 is somewhere between lower and upper bound. Okay, one more example. Following data represent the age in weeks at which babies first crawl, based on a survey of 12 mothers conducted by Essential Baby. Construct and interpret a 95% confidence interval for the mean age at which a baby first crawls. Use the normal probability plot and box plot to assist in verifying the model requirements. And so essentially these requirements are met if the red dots stay within these two curved blue lines, then we're okay. Alright, so let me show you how to do this. First thing you want to do when you're given a set of data instead of the summary statistics is go over here, and you first want to clear everything out and go to stat and make sure your list 1 is clear. So hit 4 and then L1. Okay, and then go back to stat and edit your list. So list 1, we got 52, 30, 44, 35, 39, 26, 47, 37, 56, 26, 39, and 28. So type the data in, quit, go back to stat, go over to test, go to T interval, T is for average, and this time instead of, notice last time you were on stats, but this time what you need to do is arrow over to the blinking data and then hit enter. And then make sure that your list has L1, and then the only other thing we have to change, frequency will always be 1. And the confidence level for this is 95. And that's it. Calculate. So we get 31,896. And the upper bound is 44,604. Now we'll turn to the question of sample size for the mean. Sample size for the mean. Again, basically here we just have one formula. Recent Gallup poll asked Americans to disclose the number of books they read during the previous year. Initial survey results indicate standard deviation is 16.6. How many subjects are needed to estimate the number of books Americans read the previous year within 4 books? So margin of error is 4, confidence here 0.95, standard deviation is here. We have everything we need. So n equals, now remember z alpha by 2 we get from table 5. So the confidence was 95. So again 1.96 times standard deviation divided by margin of error squared and you'll compute that and you should get 66.16. And remember, round this up. Always round the sample size questions up. So round up approximately 67. Okay, so we're changing, let's see, what are we changing here? Okay, within 2 books. So everything's going to stay the same. 16.6. Margin of error becomes 2. And again, if the margin of error gets small, then we would think that we would need more in the sample size. So approximately, let's see, 264.64. 265. Now this part here, I want you to do this as a bonus. So this may be a bonus question on the exam. And let's move on here to the last one. How many subjects are needed to estimate number of books within 4 books with 99% confidence? So again, the z alpha by 2. Where are we going to get that from? Table 5, 2.575. So 99% confidence Z alpha by 2 is 2.575. So Z alpha by 2, 2.575 times S, standard deviation, 16.6, divided by margin of error. Again, here we're going back to 4 squared. Okay, I got 114.196. So approximately round up again, 115 individuals. Okay, that's 9.2. We'll see you next time.